everyone, welcome to this training video covering results reporting using Eggplant Functional. I'll cover techniques for viewing and customizing results and discuss how your scripting choices will affect the structure of your results. Eggplant Functional is set up to provide a default set of results for the scripts you execute right out of the box. This set of results includes logfile.txt, which logs all of the events from your script execution, logfile.xml, which includes basic information about the execution such as the timestamp and status, and screen error, which is a screenshot gathered at the time of a failed image search. In addition, Eggplant gathers run history and suite statistics. We'll have a look at some basic results later on. Consider this simple script, basic run. The only way Eggplant can mark this specific script as a failure is if one of the images is not found, raising an image not found exception. However, what you define as a failure or what you wish to report about your scripts might be more specific or nuanced than the standard image not found exception. You can shape results in the reporting of those results through thoughtful scripting and test construction. Recall from the earlier modularization and parameterization lesson that we used extract new script to create separate focused script handlers out of our main workflow. Extract new script left me with a script that looks like this, with each of the extracted scripts being called like a command. When running scripts as a command, the success of each command affects whether subsequent commands are executed. If there's a failure in Launch Browser, no other script commands will execute. Also note my use of the script results function at the end of the script. This function provides a way to gather basic results information for a script, such as the file path of the results logfile.txt. I'll show you later how knowing the path of the results can be useful. Let's have a closer look at each of the scripts I'm calling in this main script. Here is the Launch Browser script. Note how I've used the log command. The log command allows you to write custom messages about events you find important. The log command differs from the similar put command directly below. The put command also creates a custom message, but the message will only appear in the run window and not in the log file. There are 3 additional log commands, which I'll show you throughout this video. Now let's look at the login script. I've added a wide variety of custom reporting to this script. First, I created a custom test case within this script using the begin test case and end test case commands. Keep in mind that each script creates its own test case automatically, so this custom test case is actually a test case within a test case. A custom test case allows you to gather information such as total numbers of failures, start times, or durations for just a subsection of your script. You can use the result as a way to immediately gather the result from the test case. I'm interested in the duration as a way to track the performance of the login time for my app. I plan on gathering this performance timing often so that I can track the performance of my web app over time. It would be pretty tedious and inefficient to go back to all of my results files and tease out just the performance timings, so I added a line of code that uses the put command to write out the performance timing to a separate file. Here's what my custom CSV file looks like. Format your CSV files in a way that is useful to you. Here's an example of where I use the merge function to create an HTML report from an HTML template shown here. This particular report leverages Eggplant Functional's default suite statistics CSV file to display information about the most recent script runs for a particular suite. You can find this particular example of HTML reporting on our examples forum. The sky's the limit when it comes to custom reporting with Eggplant. In this script, I also have an assert command that checks whether the performance timing is below a certain threshold. This assert command uses a warning, which appears yellow in the Eggplant Functional and Eggplant Manager UIs and is tallied both as a unique logging event and as a unique assertion. You can also call warning outside of assert if desired, using the log warning command. You can accomplish a similar validation using a conditional statement, but assert commands have a unique appearance in the result log file, require less coding, and can be controlled via global properties. Here's the last of the 3 script handlers that I extracted. I've added some code to explain the role validation method can have on how your results appear. This script shows examples of 3 different ways to validate the presence of the over 500 filter image. The first example uses a simple wait for command. If the image doesn't appear, Eggplant will log an exception, the script will fail, and any code that appears afterward in the script will not execute. The second example shows the ImageFound function with a conditional statement. You might use this form if you need finer control over how the script is marked if your image isn't found, or need to make sure execution can still continue even if the image isn't found. The nature of the ImageFound function is to return true or false, depending on whether the image is found. On its own, an image not being found within the ImageFound function cannot generate an exception or mark your script as a failure. This is why I added a capture screen command and a log error command to the conditional statement. Log error logs a custom message and marks the script as a failure, but allows execution to continue. Capture screen allows you to grab a screenshot from the set. If you use capture screen in a conditional statement, or like in the try-catch block below, make sure to use it immediately after the else or catch line in order to ensure the screenshot is pulled from the set at the point of failure. The last example, as mentioned previously, is a try-catch block. It's similar to the conditional statement above. However, the try portion includes code that can result in an image not found exception. This means you can catch the exception and log its message as desired, but you'll still need to take steps to gather a screenshot or mark the script as a failure. Of course, you can also use an assert command to carry out a similar type of validation. Check out the throw command for an option to create exceptions of any kind whenever you want. Let's have a look at the main script I created that has some reporting features of its own. This script actually runs the same 3 script handlers as the Web App Workflow 2 script that I showed you before. Because I call Launch Browser as a command, I can ensure that the 2 scripts that are dependent on Launch Browser succeeding only get executed if it's successful. There are multiple ways I can set up the script to create dependency between Launch Browser and the other scripts. You might change your approach depending on how you want the results of Launch Browser to appear. Note my use of the Run with New Results command for the other 2 scripts. Scripts called with this command will run even if there's a failure within the context of one of the other Run with New Results scripts. So my login and add remove under 500 filter scripts run independently of each other. I also call a script called Send a Failure Email for targeted reporting via email. This shows another example of gathering the result, but this time I'm gathering the result from the script previously called by Run with New Results. I pass the result into my email script, which checks whether the Run with New Results script was a failure and sends an email if it was. Like the script results function, the result returns the file path of the results file, which you can then leverage for adding attachments to the email, as I do here. Back in my main script, Web App Workflow, I've also included a log command to log the total number of assertion warnings encountered during the execution of my script. So now that the scripts are set up to provide all of the reporting I care about, what will the results look like? Earlier, I ran the basic run script, and we'll review those results shortly, as they provide a baseline to which I can compare enhanced results. Earlier, I ran the basic run script, so let's start by reviewing those results as they provide a baseline to which I can compare enhanced results. You can view a history of results in the Eggplant functional GUI by clicking on the name of the script you want to view results for. You can see the run history for the script, the suite statistics for the script, the screen error, if applicable, and the log file.txt. There's a filter box that lets you filter particular values. These gray arrow buttons link you to the image panel for the associated image or directly open the screen error file. To directly open a log file, right-click on its entry in the run history. Double-clicking on a line in the log file links you to the line of the script that generated the event. Now let's look at the results for Web App Workflow 2, which is the script that contains command calls to my script handlers but does not use Run with New Results. You can see an event for the test case I added, and you can also see the assertion warning. Also note the color-coded log and log success commands. But notice how there isn't any automatic logging that indicates when one script starts and ends. All of the events bleed together, and custom log messages are the only indication of what part of the flow the execution is on. Here are the results for Web App Workflow, which is the script that uses Run with New Results. This log file is much shorter. This is because the results for the Run with New Results scripts are held inside separate log files, which are referenced here. I can go to the results for the Run with New Results scripts, but the results are otherwise quite separate from each other. Nick introduced you to Eggplant Manager in his video about running scripts, but of course Eggplant Manager is also for reviewing results. The first page of Eggplant Manager is the dashboard, which gives you a quick look at how your tests have been going. You already saw how using Run with New Results can affect the appearance of your results in Eggplant Functional, and Eggplant Manager reflects that difference as well. Eggplant Manager displays results in a tree, however, which allows scripts run by Run with New Results to group together, which is an advantage over the ungrouped results view in Eggplant Functional. Eggplant Manager also allows filtering and contains links for images and screen error. You can even set up a test to always email you the results of the test once it's finished. These two Eggplant Manager tests each call a single main script, Web App Workflow or Web App Workflow 2. But you can also set up an Eggplant Manager test to call multiple scripts individually, and here are some results for such a test. Note how the results tree structure differs for a test that's created for multiple scripts. The yellow color indicates that the script contained warnings but no errors. Keep in mind that each script executed separately by an Eggplant Manager test is part of a separate Eggplant process, so these scripts cannot pass information between each other via global variables or parameters. Eggplant Manager also has the option to export results in different formats. Here's what a PDF report looks like. Keep in mind that TestPlant provides integration options for Jenkins, HP ALM, IBM RQM, and other test management and continuous integration tools. Our integration options allow the automatic upload of Eggplant functional results directly into your tool of choice. For those of you with homegrown test management tools, we've even had our users integrate results output of Eggplant scripts into their own tools. Thanks for watching this video, and we look forward to seeing you at the next.